Social media, the very way the social networks are set up, you don't go in and open yourself up to everybody all at once. You know, you get in and you get started on a site like Facebook, which is a magnificent social networking site, and you start your profile and you give a little bit of information, and then you get friends and contacts and they have information. You say, oh, I'm going to put myself out a little bit further and open myself up a little bit more, and before you know it, in the span of not too long a time, your entire life is exposed on a two-way mirror. And that's the way it starts. And I think you get so comfortable in the medium that you forget that it is a site that can cause you potential harm. And I think it's gradual. And because it's gradual, you don't notice that there might be a risk involved. And I think the responsibility for the companies behind these networks is that they have to increasingly look for ways to protect their communities from advanced threats. And I believe they do this every single day. I think it's a very big part of the fabric of their companies, but it's a fast-moving target. And you can't control and discipline the very nature of the hundreds of millions of people that reside in these communities. So it's a struggle, it's a two-way struggle. But the benefit of being part of the community in many instances outweighs the risk. If you look at, for instance, financial institutions, there's always security questions. You know, what is your mother's maiden name? What's the name of your first pet? Where were you born? There's a bunch of questions that integrate themselves into security questions for online accounts. And my first piece of advice would be, don't share information like that as part of any of your social networking data that's out and open to the public. Don't give your address where you live. Don't give any data don't give your birthday. Don't give any data that somebody with ill intentions can use to try to figure out how to replicate your identity. Trust the people that you're interacting with. Right? So, you know, don't accept friends you don't know. Don't accept friends of friends if you don't have a personal reference. And in all those instances, don't try to open anything that might be sent from those people because you just don't know. That said, somebody that's very close to you in one of those communities might send you something unbeknownst to them that's infected with bad code that, you know, can start this whole problem rolling forward. But I think one of the ways is, just like it is in your normal, you know, personal human life, you don't really interact with people that you don't have some personal reference to and don't know. And I think it's the same way in a social community online. Trust the people that you know and be careful with the people that you don't know. Social networking is here to stay, and I think it will get more and more exciting as the years go by. The ability for people to communicate in a environment where they can express themselves in many different ways to people that are dispersed literally all around the globe is an exciting technology. And I use it personally. I have brothers and sisters all over the country, and they travel all over the world, and we're always communicating via these forums. So I think it's here to stay. The real challenge is, as this grows, we as consumers have to be concerned and vigilant about how we protect ourselves and what we're sharing online. And at the end of the day, it's a lot like driving in a car. You need some skill, but it's all about common sense.